Hi, I'm April Maspel from Fluffy Fellows Farm, Bakery and Market, a small, cozy country bakery where everything is made from the heart. From our pies and muffins to our cookies and cakes, we love creating sweet moments that bring people together. We're proud to sponsor this episode of The Table and to introduce Jenna Worth, a State Farm insurance agent who's passionate about helping families and local businesses protect what matters most. Jenna's commitment to service, trust, and genuine connection reflects the same values we believe in here at Fluffy Fellows Farm: community, care, and authenticity. We're honored to support and celebrate her work.
How did you break your foot?
So I was visiting my girlfriend out by Philly, and I just got done talking to my dad, had my pajamas on, running down the stairs. We were going to watch a movie and missed the bottom step at her house.
Oh my God.
And I grabbed the banister, and as I felt my foot pop and twisted my shoulder and was on my back, and I'm like, I did something to my foot instantly. It would turn purple.
Really?
And she's a nurse practitioner. So she's like, yep, that's broken.
Oh
So we're going to the ER.
gosh.
And yep, sure.
You're on vacation though.
And I'm on vacation, and I was flying home 2 days later. So the ER's like, we're not going to put you in a cast. We're going to put you in a walking boot. But you'll need to get a hold of the airlines to make some, get a wheelchair and stuff like that. My boyfriend was there to pick me up in Champaign. And then Friday found out that, they had to put me in a cast. Yeah.
And how long do you have to wait before you know if you have surgery or not?
I'll find out on Black Friday.
On Black Friday. That is going to be so miserable. I'm so sorry.
It's like, well, and I don't shop on Black Friday because go out, online or whatever.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'll be doing the day after Thanksgiving.
That's insane. Oh, that's so stressful, especially since you had to fly back.
Mm-hmm.
That's so
I was
scary.
very nervous, but they were fantastic.
Well, at least you got good service.
I did.
Yeah.
I really did. I was very, very, very grateful.
Yeah. Well, Jenna Worth, welcome to the table.
Thank you very much.
So when my grandpa's house burned down, I would say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, my family could not stop talking about how wonderful you were. I actually talked to my mom about it this morning. Can I read you what she said?
Yes.
Okay. She said, Jenna Worth came out to our house where Dad was currently living. She was very kind, so helpful. She made an awful situation, losing my dad's home and all of his things seem just a little less overwhelming. And then she put a heart.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I feel like you have this amazing reputation in this area for serving your community. So I don't know, you just seem like you have this hunger to serve. So can we talk about that? What led you to get into insurance?
Well, so my dad sold life insurance and for MetLife. And when I first I was going to DAC, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And I was out there for a job fair, and I ran into Jeannie Hayes and Tony Stone. And just so happened that Jeannie graduated high school with my dad, and Tony Stone went to licensing class with my dad. Oh. So they both knew him.
Yeah.
And they're like, have you thought about doing insurance? And I'm like, I don't know. I've helped him do cold calling. And so I went through the interview process, and Jeannie was just looking for somebody part-time, which was perfect for me at the time. And so I started with her in October 13th of 1992.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just grown. I was a team member. I did everything that I could to help her grow. I learned from her. She was the billboard lady of Vermilion County, hometown roots, taking care of people, have a passion to always be there when you're needed.
Yeah.
That's where I got that from. And also from Tony. Tony is a huge, influence in my life. Just watching her and how she grew her business. When we were all in the same office together, I got to see, hands-on how she is with her customers. And that's a huge influence on me.
Yeah, it kind of rubbed off on you.
It did.
Yeah. Okay. So you're very involved in the community as well.
You're
involved in AMBUCS. You're involved in Balloons Over Vermilion. What other boards do you sit on?
That's actually it.
That's it. Okay.
I've been helping with Friendly Town and what they're doing and what's going to happen with it. I'm just so super excited. Hopefully he'll get a board together, and I want to sit on that one for sure.
Yeah.
But I love helping people. So where there's a problem, I try to find a solution. And that's what gets me involved in a lot of things.
Yeah. like a problem solver.
Yeah.
I got you. Tell me a little bit more about Friendly Town. What is it for people who don't know what it is?
It's a learning opportunity for kids in our area.
Mhm.
I've talked to people that used to go, I mean, they're in their 40s and 50s that went there as a child,
Yeah.
learning different things about the rules of the road.
Mhm.
And they've got little cars they can drive, and they've got the original ones are still there as well.
Yeah.
Now they're electric.
Mhm.
And it's just a neat learning opportunity from police officers in our community.
Mhm.
It's just some awareness for kids,
Yeah.
and then all the different events that are being held out there too. So
Yeah, it's like a way for them to give back and connect to the community.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it's just a little town. It's got the little stoplights and stop signs,
Yeah.
and it's so neat.
And this is at Lincoln
It's
Park.
at Lincoln Park, yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. I think I've seen it in the distance, but I've never gone like in there or anything.
They have a gate around it, and they're building a new building there
Okay.
because the old one wasn't big enough and it wasn't ADA compliant. And so there was a rather large donation to redo the building.
Yeah.
So they leveled the original one,
Hmm.
and they're building a new one. So then it is ADA compliant, which is fantastic. Being involved with AMBUCS,
Mhm.
that is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it'll have more space. There's
Mhm.
going to be more storage space. We can have more kids,
Yeah.
more events, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. You have a heart for kids. Like,
Mhm.
tell me more about that. Like, so explain what AMBUCS is, and then like why you're so involved.
So AMBUCS, we help anybody, children, adults with disabilities. And it doesn't have to be the ones that you can see. It can be just they can have a, I don't know how to word this, learning disability.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be a physical disability. And there's so many different things now where kids are limited. And we provide opportunities so that they can be among everybody else
Mhm.
and not singled out.
Yeah.
So we've got Challenger Baseball, we've got a summer camp, we have Super Soccer now.
Yeah.
And then we've got different fundraisers throughout the year that help provide those activities. And then we do Amtrikes, which is it is an adaptive bicycle. So instead of 2 wheels, it's 3 or 4 wheels, depending on their needs. It's a huge thing. It is actually a different company within AMBUCS.
Okay.
And that's what part of our fundraising goes for, is to provide Amtrikes for people in the community, as well as other communities that don't have an AMBUCS chapter.
Okay. Interesting. Do you do a lot of fundraising with AMBUCS?
We do, yes.
Okay.
So we've got Barstool Golf that happens in February.
I've heard of it.
That is AMBUCS.
Okay.
And that's all the volunteers are all AMBUCS or
Mhm.
friends of AMBUCS. Then we have AMBUCS Friday nights, which is at Turtle Run. And
Okay. I have heard of those. Is that in the summer?
Yes, that is in the summer.
Okay.
And then we've got our fall fundraiser, which we just wrapped up.
Yeah.
And that we only sell 300 tickets, $100 a piece.
Mhm.
And the winners can get up to $10,000. We get down to the final 5, and then they've got to decide
Yeah.
who's going to win. And someone very near and dear to my heart won this year. So very excited for her.
Really?
Yes. My employee actually won.
Oh, really?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
congrats to her.
Yes. And she's going to be a new mom. She just announced that too. So
I saw.
Yes.
I saw.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Aw.
And then let's see, I think that's it for our fundraisers. And then we
Yeah.
do children's Christmas party.
Mhm.
We're working on bringing the adult pizza party back.
What is that?
That is where we have a lot of people in our community that are in group homes, and they have special needs, but they don't have activities or limited activities. We used to do a huge pizza party, and the last one was at the Civic Center.
Mhm.
The problem is we couldn't control. We didn't want just everybody coming in.
Yeah.
It's for
It's
a
for these
group.
people.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So we just didn't want
Yeah.
people from the community coming in. It was just for them. It was their time
Yeah.
to dance and mingle.
Oh.
And I mean, it's just, my favorite is there's a couple and they only get to see each other a couple times a year. He would bring her flowers every year, and he would look for her on the dance floor.
That is so sweet.
Oh, yes. So
I love
we
that.
are trying to bring that back.
Does AMBUCS have like a Facebook page? Or
We
anything
do.
like that?
Yep,
Okay.
we have
Okay.
AMBUCS Facebook
Okay,
page.
I will link that
Yes,
down
please
here.
do.
And then as far as like Balloons Over Vermilion,
Mhm.
is that also a charity technically?
They
Or-
do give back to the community with the Festival of Trees. So they're
Okay.
both together. So Balloons Over Vermilion and Festival of Trees are together.
Mhm.
And it all the money goes back to the community, and it goes back to different charitable organizations that
Yeah.
are trying to make our county better. So it's not
Mhm.
just Danville; it is
The
our
whole
county.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going to the gala?
I am not. I'm not a gala girl.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I like to fish, and yeah. So
where do you go fishing?
Everywhere.
Okay, so my dad used to take me when I was little. We would go do you know what carp is?
Yes.
Okay,
they're
still,
nasty fish. Yes.
I don't know what it was made of. I was young, but we're waking up
They're
at
like dough balls.
Yeah, yeah. But we're waking up in the at 4 a.m, and he's taking me out it's dark, and we're catching these disgusting fish.
Disgusting carp. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Such a fun memory as a kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My dad is a fisherman. He would fish every day if he could. And I got that from him along with the insurance part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, anytime that I get a chance that I can go fishing, I'm going.
It's very relaxing.
It is very relaxing.
Very therapeutic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I started this year, I started sponsoring all the fishing tournaments in Vermilion County.
Really?
Yeah.
What are the different fishing tournaments?
There's tons of them. There's bass fishing tournaments. There's crappie tournaments. There's kids tournaments. There's memorial tournaments. And instead of doing the golf, because I don't golf, I'm like, I'm going to start sponsoring things that I like to do. Right. I like stock car racing. So I sponsored a stock car.
What is stock car racing?
It's it's that car right there behind you, actually. See that picture?
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
that's fun.
And he didn't have his driver's license yet. So I think he was 15 when he started driving. And so I sponsored that this year and multiple fishing tournaments. And then I also sponsor the hockey team, the Flyers.
I didn't realize. Actually, I did realize because I saw your billboard down there. Who is Jenna Worth? Can we please talk about that story? I know you told me, but for everybody else, your billboards, they're just so fun. I love the concept.
Oh, thank you. So when I first launched, I could not have anything that said State Farm on it. So
Why?
Jeannie was known as the billboard lady. It's just something that was in the contract. Huh. And so I got with Lamar and with John Satarski, which I still have. He's my guy. And he said, hey, there's a State Farm agent that was in the same situation, Southern Indiana. And she did Who Is with her name. Do you want to try it? And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. So it's State Farm Red. And it just said, Who is Jenna Worth? So then it created a buzz and a Google buzz that increased my Google hits before I even opened my doors.
Yeah.
And then from there, I switched it to Have You Called? And that way, when people go by on the interstate or anywhere, you're not going to have time to write down a phone number or an address, but you'll remember a name if you see it consistently enough.
I knew.
And so I've stuck with it all of these years. I've tweaked a few things here and there, but that is the original is Who is Jenna Worth?
Yeah, it really works.
Yes. Yep.
That's amazing. Well, we were going to talk about Balloons Over Vermilion, but I rabbit trailed a little bit. Can we talk about your work with that, how you got involved with all of that? So
the balloon pilots are also AMBUCS.
Okay.
And so there's the tie.
It's all connected.
And they invited anybody that wanted to come out and help crew. Well, I've seen balloons over the years because we used to have the Balloon Classic years ago out at the airport. I've always been fascinated with them. And so I went out to crew, not knowing what to expect. And there was a pilot here, and it was over Labor Day weekend. It was called Non-Event. And he was needing a crew member, so I was available. And the deal is you have to crew, usually for a while, before you can fly, which means you get to go up in a balloon. Well, that moment I met him, and he said, you want to go up? And I'm like, I haven't crewed yet. And he's like, that's okay. Do you want to go up? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And we left the Carlton farm and we flew the balloon into the airport. And it was a rough landing.
Describe rough.
But it was bouncy. I was actually with Dr. Oxidine's son, and he was a little guy at the time. And he was in the balloon with me. Yeah. And so we got the balloon landed, and everything was safe. Nobody got injured, but I was hooked. I was hooked.
You're sold.
And now I love it. I'm learning more and more every year. My current pilot is Ed DeVore with Papa's Joy.
Okay.
And when we're in town, I'm his crew chief. When we're out of town, his girlfriend, Carolyn, she's the crew chief. And we're learning how to do the burners and set up and tear down and what's the most the easiest way to handle things. We learned from other pilots and other crew members. And the crown line's my favorite, holding the balloon down. Yeah. That's probably my favorite job of all of them, believe it or not. Yeah. Most of the time they put guys there, and that's my favorite part.
That's your thing.
It's my thing.
Yep. I gotcha. The festival is probably one of my favorite things that is offered around here. It's so beautiful. Like
Mhm.
as they light up the balloons at like dusk, it's so pretty.
Yeah, the
And it's
balloon glows are just amazing. And to experience it on the level that we have,
Mhm.
and it used to be a lot bigger when we had the Balloon Classic.
Really,
A
it's huge
lot
right
bigger.
now.
Yes. And it capacity. We have to look at capacity whenever they do the Balloons Over Vermilion.
Mm.
But all the pilots that are from this area are there, and then pilots from all over come in and want to participate with it. And it's amazing. The camaraderie with the pilots is amazing. And then the sponsors, everybody comes in and has their thing, and it's very cool.
I feel like that's one of the things that I love about this area, just like the community and the social fabric that we've weaved together. Everybody supports everybody.
Yes.
I love it so much.
Absolutely.
Do you have any stories that maybe it's from AMBUCS or even from your work, but you're like, this is why I do what I do?
So the funniest one, and the funniest one was it was Halloween. And we always dress up for Halloween.
Is that your favorite holiday?
It's one of my favorite holidays, but the girls love to dress up for Halloween. And we had decided all to buy onesies. And I was a panda because my son loves pandas. So I got a panda onesie because I knew I could pass it on to him. And we get a phone call that there's a house on fire in Bismarck.
Oh my gosh.
So at the time, I didn't live here. I lived in Georgetown. So I wasn't going to run to Georgetown and go change clothes to go to Bismarck. So I show up at the active burning house fire in my panda costume.
Oh my goodness.
And I walk and the firemen are looking at me weird. And I'm like, hey, Jenna Worth. And to this day, I still have people say, you are the one that showed up at the house fire in the panda costume. I'm like, yes, that was me.
That was me.
And I was there to help her, anything she needed. I didn't even care that I had a costume on. It was just making sure that she was all taken care of from beginning to end.
Yeah, I didn't realize when I talked to my mom this morning that you go to the house.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Not all agents do.
No.
That's just a preference. Some agents do, some agents don't. Some of them, they want claims just to handle everything. But I am not that girl.
No.
I'm a hands-on.
Yeah.
And so I want to make sure that the person's taken care of, even if I'm not in town, and which did happen while I was in New York 2 weeks ago. We had a customer that had a house fire, and Lakin actually went on my behalf and took care of her just like it was me. And that's what I expect. And that's what I appreciate of my team.
Yeah. I love that.
So,
Lakin is so sweet.
She is. I love her.
So, you have like this hunger, you have this drive. What would you say to someone who has stopped showing up and like they've almost lost that fire to show up for their community due to maybe discouragement, or there's endless negativity? Like, what would you say to those people? Like, how would you encourage them?
Sometimes you just need to step outside of what you were in.
Yeah.
You need to try something new because boards change, organizations change. You just need to get into something different. I got burnout for a little bit with AMBUCS. I was president for 4 years, but I did it 5 times.
Yeah.
And I was getting burnout. It is a lot to try to run a business full time and to be a president of a board. It was a lot. So I did get burnout. I didn't step off of AMBUCS, but I did step away from the board.
Okay.
I did step back from the things that I always did in the past, and I took a breather.
Yeah.
Then I had FOMO, fear of missing out, and I jumped back on the board.
Yeah.
So I'm on the board again.
Yeah.
Not to be president, but I am on the board again. You just need to try something different because there are so many organizations in this town. There's so many things to do and just to be a part of. And you don't have to jump right in with both feet. Just stick a toe in and try it and see what fits.
Yeah.
Because you just never know. I mean, with all of the theaters and we've got the museums and the non-for-profits, there's just so much in this county.
That makes sense. I love that. Like, try something new. What organizations are needing new people?
All of them.
Yeah.
Everybody needs help. Everybody. I don't know a single organization is like, we got this.
Yeah.
Everybody is shorthanded because there's a need somewhere. And so unless you try it, you don't know.
Last question. How would you define success, like in a way that most people would disagree with?
Success isn't about money.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yep.
I mean, it's great to have it.
Mhm.
It's even better to spend it and give it.
Yeah. Give
I
it.
love.
It feels so good to give.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have no problem donating.
Mhm.
Especially when there's a true need. I have no problem.
Mhm.
And I try to spoil my girls as much as possible.
Yeah.
But it's not about money. It's
Yeah.
about, for me, is being able to do the things I want to do
Mhm.
when I want to do them.
Mm.
And it's taken me a while to get here, but I love to travel.
Yeah.
I love to, just go to the lake and go fishing for a little while.
Mm.
I can do those things.
Mhm.
To me, that's success.
That's success.
Yep.
I love that so much.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, this has been great. I love it.